With another play in the college and NBA. We got Matt here today. How you doing today, Matt?
I'm doing pretty good, John. Thanks for having me. Great night last night. Everything was good in the show that we talked about. Great trends. How you doing today?
Good, good. Yeah, it was good last night. Actually, we'll start there. I gave a lot of plays yesterday. Gave Villanova -4.5 against Providence. That was a winner. I gave Arkansas -7 at Missouri. That was a winner. I gave Eastern Michigan -1.5 at Central Michigan. That was a winner. I gave Colorado -4 at Oregon State. That was a winner. I gave San Diego State -4 and Utah State. That was a winner. I gave the Boston Celtics -1.5, and they barely won by 50. I gave Memphis -4. That was another winner. I gave Memphis under 244.5. No, it wasn't. It was Charlotte. I wrote it down. Memphis, Charlotte, Minnesota under 244.5. It went into overtime. They scored 246. Lost on that. I gave the Clippers +13 at Golden State. They won the game, didn't they? The Clippers.
Yeah, I think Golden State pulled it off, but it was they were never going to cover. Clippers had it tied in the fourth quarter with like 6 minutes.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I know we covered. I cashed that
You
ticket.
covered all day, baby, on that one. That was sick.
And the last play that I'm a big Wyoming backer and a big Wyoming fan here. I bet them all year and I've made a ton. I said this is going to be a letdown. Take New Mexico and the points, and New Mexico actually beat them. So all in all, it was a super day. Um,
Right, y'all made it in.
Oh, there he
yep,
is.
Bo just running a little late. Bo, we're already started. I just did a recap. How truly awesome I did yesterday. Going, I think I counted 10-1, 9-1. On all those plays I gave yesterday, it was just unbelievable. Um, I think I also somebody else mentioned Kentucky, and I had Kentucky, and that was a loss. So other than that, a ton of free winners. We lost with Kentucky; they just looked ugly, and the Charlotte game just barely going over 244.5 because of overtime. What'd you think of that New Mexico call, Bo? You there?
Hey, what's going on, Johnny? Just made it in, man. Sorry about being a little bit late, but
No, glad to have you.
huh?
Glad to have you.
Oh
What'd you
man,
think
glad to
about
be.
that call in that New Mexico and Wyoming? I told you them boys wasn't going to get it done. I had a feeling.
Hey, you had a great day, Johnny. Congratulations, man. You was red hot yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So hats off to you, man. That was a great call with Mexico. They got that straight up win, and you said it. You said that was Ron was due for a letdown. So great call for you, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'd rather saw them win. Even if they didn't cover the 5.5, I took New Mexico with the points. I couldn't take them on the money line. I wish I would have, but really, I don't. I wanted Wyoming to win, just not cover. All in all, great day. So let's try to continue that today. I think Matt's hockey play won. Matt can fill us in on that. I know Chris is
Yeah,
here.
I,
Chris
I
gave
hit
the.
the Tampa, New Jersey Devils hit over, and also the guy that had the prop first period +150 that cashed, and then
That's Chris, and he's in here now. So he's saying hi to everyone.
What's
Yep,
going
Chris
on,
hit that.
Chris?
okay, cool. And I hit the Memphis and NBA. Unfortunately, I did lose Kentucky, so I went 2-1 yesterday. But I'll take that all day. Kentucky just that was a buzzsaw. It was a trap line. Tennessee was hungry. Give Tennessee credit. Bo, your thoughts about yesterday?
Yeah, man, I had a pretty rough day. Glad you guys kind of picked up the the slack, man. But my college basketball plays was terrible. Cincinnati got did not get it done. My late game did not get it done. I did go 1-1 with the NBA plays, and I'm just being real hot with them player props. So I may just give out my props, man. So let y'all give out the straights, and I'll give out the player props.
Yeah, yeah, it happens, and every day can't be a winning day, or we'd
Yeah,
all
for sure.
be millionaires.
Ha!
We trying.
Well, big card in the NBA. I guess we'll start in the NBA. We always start with college. Let's go NBA first. I'm showing about 9 games, so I'll start off here. I've only got a couple plays. I made a video this morning taking the Brooklyn Nets and 4.5 points. It's now jumped up to 5. Kyrie's not playing. Was I supposed to know that, Bo? Has Kyrie not been
Yeah,
playing?
in I guess the law in New York that you gotta have the COVID
Oh,
shot. So
I didn't even think of that angle. I said, this is a road game. Why is he not playing?
yeah, he's in the state of New York, so that's why he's not playing.
Makes sense.
Hmm.
So, with that being said, I gave that play next 4.5. I realized Kyrie's not playing. I don't like it, so I'm trying to hedge my own play here. I actually now I've got the New York Knicks on the money line parlayed with the Alabama money line against Mississippi State, and it pays plus money. So I'm hoping to catch that little sweet spot where the Knicks win by 1, 2, 3, or 4, because I do have that play on the Nets with 4.5, and then Alabama to be able to get a win and catch both sides. So unfortunately, this is a bad spot. I'm hoping to catch at least something, maybe break even, maybe catch both, maybe lose both. Who knows? But um, I hate that in the NBA when you find out later. And that was me, and maybe I didn't do enough research about the state of New York. So that's what I'm doing here with that play. I've got a couple other plays. You got to play in the NBA, Matt?
I'm going with the Atlanta Hawks tonight. It's up to 5.5. I got it at 5, just literally right before the show. I think they take care of business in Orlando. We've talked about how poorly Orlando's played. It didn't get any better against Detroit. I don't even know who won the game. I know it was low scoring because we liked the over and it went way under. But I like the Hawks to win by 5 there, at least 5. I mean, well over 5. I think the Hawks can get it done by double digits. That's all I got in NBA. Let's go to Bo and see if he's got anything.
Yeah, I got the single play tonight. Well, I took 2 plays. I did take Indiana as a pick 'em over Washington, but the play I liked the most was the under 226.5 between Utah and the Lakers tonight. I looked at this game 3 different times, but I think the only way that the Lakers can keep this game close is to slow it down. We already know Gobert and Mitchell's back into the fold, so I like the way they play defense when Gobert is in the game. They kind of force teams to shoot threes. So if a team can't really shoot from the outside, that's how they really limit teams from scoring. So I don't think the Lakers will be able to get high from three. I see this game going under that total. So that's my single play in the NBA. The under 226.5 between the Jazz and Lakers.
All right. Since we're still on that game, I don't have a play on that game. And this game kind of scares me. Part of me wants to bet the Lakers, and I swear I'm not betting the Lakers anymore until either they make the playoffs or until next season. But for some reason, this lines came down from 6 to 5, and I just have this funny feeling the Lakers could pull one off tonight. Um, you guys got any thoughts on that? Like I said, I have no skin in this game. I'm not touching this game with a 10-foot pole. But any thoughts just in this game? Who might win this game? Who might cover?
Uh,
Historically, the Lakers have pretty much owned the Jazz, and I guess they call it the crypto center now. But man, it's like
Staples Center. Come on, we'll call it what it is.
the crypto.com center. But yeah, they pretty much have had Utah Jazz number in that arena. So maybe that's why the line's going down. But I don't see any injuries or nothing like that. So I don't know why it's going down. I guess people may have that hunch like you have, Johnny.
Well, looking at that Lakers record, and we've talked about this before, if they're going to make a playoff push, they've got to start yesterday, 2 weeks ago. I mean, they're what, 4 games out of 500. I mean, they are bottom feeders. They've got to step up and have a big game and catch a few games in a row. And I don't know if tonight's going to be their night, especially against a tough Utah team. But that line does scare me. So let's go back to what Matt said. I've also, so you guys have been reading my playbook or something, because I've got Hawks -5. It's now moved up to 6 where I looked. And I also have Indiana -1 as well as Bo. So a lot of us are on the same page. That'll be good. And then one last play is I got Toronto at a pick 'em. It's now moved up to -2 against Minnesota. Wasn't that Minnesota last night that played that overtime game with Charlotte last night? Is that correct, guys?
Charlotte. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're on a back to back. Toronto just got their butt kicked by the Pelicans the other night. So I've got the pick 'em. It's now moved to 2. I'm not scared to lay 2 if that was my line right now. It's only a bucket. There's a lot of possessions in an NBA game, so don't let 2 points scare you off or buy down to a point and a half and win by a bucket. But those are my 4 plays. The Hawks, Matt and I, Indiana, Bo and I. I'm giving the Raptors minus even 1 or 2, and I know I gave another one, didn't I? Maybe not. Oh, Brooklyn. That Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yeah. I faded that, so faded myself. So trying to catch a little
Probably
middle.
smart with Irving. With Irving not in, I think that's a smart backup.
Yeah, but the Knicks are missing R.J. Barrett. The Knicks are missing Noreen's Noel. I'm having trouble saying his name, and in my opinion, the Knicks aren't good to be favored by 5 against practically anybody, to be honest with you. So that's where I initially came up with my play. The Knicks shouldn't be favored. They just got their butt kicked by OKC. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know that. You guys were all over that team plus 10. I see my buddy Super Jay is in the building. What's up, Jay? He says, LFG, let's fucking go. It's good to have you. I'm trying to get some people to view our stuff live. But yeah, I think we got a good shot with the Pacers and the Hawks tonight, guys. I think we got 2 legitimate teams that can come through for us.
And I think we got a new viewer here, Little Joe. Little Joe's in the house too. And he's saying Denver and is he getting 5? Yeah, Denver's getting 5 against Golden State. Now I'll tell you what, Little Joe, that might not be a bad play. I didn't play it. I certainly looked at it, and as game time gets closer, I might see how we're doing and might get into that a little bit myself. It don't seem like a bad line with Denver going into Golden State. What do you think, Bo? You like 5 points in that game or stay away?
Yeah, man. Until Draymond Green come back for the Warriors, I am just not messing with the Warriors. I do think Curry gonna go off again. You know what I'm saying? So I seen a nice juicy prop over.
Oh, yeah, what's he at tonight? 25.
Well, I think it's normal prop right now. It's 26, but I'll take it up to 30. If you take it over 30, that's plus 210. So
you're gonna go off tonight. 30 points, huh?
Yeah, I think he'll get over 30, man.
Steph Curry.
Yes, sir.
Steph Curry with the remix.
All right. Well, we got some time later to look at that. That's one of the later games.
And in that New York game that you were talking about, with no Kyrie Irving, I think that Curry's brother gonna have a good game tonight. This last game they played against the Kings, he put up 23 points. He shot the ball 18 times. So I think that they're gonna try to put him in there, and whenever Curry's out, I think that's where they're gonna. Kyrie Irving is out. I think that's where they're gonna get their production from. He playing the point guard position, and I think he'll get over that 16.5. So I put him in as a player prop. Curry from on the Brooklyn Nets.
Seth Curry.
Yeah, I think he'll get over that, man. Like I said, last game he put up 23. Shot the ball 18 times. So I think Steve Nash is going to scheme up some plays for him, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why they brought him over.
Well, and I agree. My train of thought was Seth and Kyrie were going to be playing together. And I said, man, who are the Knicks to lay 4.5 points against these guys? Especially with, like I said, R.J. Barrett. He's a pretty big contributor on that team. So let's see how it goes. Little Joe's liking the Celtics. Oh, man, I'll tell you what about them Celtics last night? Would they win by 50?
Man.
Hey, that was another play I gave. I'll take the Celtics there. Laying 1.5, 2. Lay 30. I mean, shit, they killed them.
I think we all knew, well, at least me and John, that when Boston jumped up big, that it was going to be our night. I think that just set a tone for the night for us. I mean, that was absolutely the best call of the night. I mean, that was a blowout winner. I've never seen such domination. You said it best, John. Philly, they're right now they're in a tailspin, and they got, like you said, they got all they have is in bleed, and he doesn't know who to go to. They triple team him, he can't do anything. So that set the tone for last night. That was a tall call.
Yeah, they held him to 19 points. Like I said, you can't win in the NBA on a one man show.
Yeah.
And they were able to contain him, and they feasted last night. It was something else. So anything else in the NBA?
That's
We
the
got
only
any?
thing. I don't even see. I mean, do we see anything different happening tonight with Detroit? Think Detroit get 80 points?
Well, that's what little Joe looks like. He laid the Celtics, and I got 12.5 on my board. I'm not a big fan of laying 12.5 points in the NBA, but I mean it is Detroit. I don't see
Take
how that
them in
could be
that
a
first
bad
half.
play.
I'll
I'm not
take
going
them
to
in the
say it's a
first half.
bad play. What's that, Bo? I'm sorry.
So I'll take them in that first half, man. Minus, I think it's probably 8, 7.5, 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at Detroit's first half scores, man. Their last 10 games, they got beat by double digits in nine times in the last 10. So, uh, Boston, man, just pretty much not letting nobody score. So I think by halftime, man, they'll be at least by 10 or better, and just
Yeah.
post out the rest of the way. That's why I'd be scared to lay them the big numbers in the full game, because we know, like last night, they took out they starters in the fourth quarter, so they're gonna be rested. I think they want to come out, establish the game real early, man. Cave Cunningham is hurt. I think he's dealing with a hip or something like that. So I think they'll come out real fast, man. I think they'll be up by 10 and a half. So I would lay it in the first half. Go and get up out of there.
Yeah, and I'm not. I definitely, like I said, I'm not a big fan of laying those kind of numbers. I definitely, little Joe. I don't think that's a bad play. Um, it's
I
just
don't,
it's a
I
lot
don't
of
see
points,
Detroit
but
getting
it's
on.
you're playing a bad team, so we might see another 30, 40 point victory tonight,
Yeah.
and you'll be spot on. But I mean, we got Phoenix laying, I think it's 16.5 against Houston. I'm not willing to take them points, but I'm not willing to give them either. That's just a game I want to stay away from. Probably won't even have a look at it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, those double digit games. I didn't even take a look at them.
Yeah. One that catches my eye is Portland and Memphis. There again, it's 11.5. Memphis is on the back to back. Portland's playing good right now. It's not a play that I made.
Portland just been balling.
That's the Lord talking right there. I did make that play, and I'm gonna go ahead and give that up. That's one of my best plays of the day, guys. And I normally don't try to do that, but actually I took Portland in the 12, and that's one of my best plays of the day. Guess the Lord caught me in a little fib, and I confess. So yeah, we are taking the Portland Trailblazers plus 12 as one of my best plays of the day. Free to anyone and everyone that's watching. I do like Portland in this spot. They're playing good. And 12 points is a lot of points, and Memphis is on the back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So that is another additional free play right there, Portland. What do we got Chris saying? Can you read that, Matt?
What he says? What about the over in the Portland game?
The over's what do we got there? 225.5, I think I wrote down.
It's jumped up
Hmm.
to 229.5.
Oh, maybe I wrote it down at 228 something. Okay. Closer
Yeah,
to 230.
right.
I don't know, Chris. I'd say take Portland and then 12. Like I said, that's one of my key plays today. I like Portland in this spot, especially at 12 points. You guys got any thoughts on that total?
Bo, I'll let you take it.
I mean,
Uh, I
the
looked
trend
at
is
it.
up. What's that,
Yeah, I
Bo?
looked at it, man. Only way I can take any Memphis game is over the total. You know what I'm saying? They just averaging over 115 points a game. And like I say, when I like an underdog, I correlate it to the over. That's it. So, but the underdog gonna cover, they gotta score some points. So if we like in Portland, then I would correlate that taking the over.
You like Portland too, Bo?
Yeah, man, Portland been balling. You know what I'm saying? My phone kind of went a little bit crazy, but when you said that, I said Portland been balling. That's why, even without McCullum, man, like I always say, that next man mentality. Next man up. They just want to prove that they can ball. And like I always say, man, all these guys, if you make it to the NBA, you can ball. So I don't take too much out when people when the superstars are gone. The other guys can play too, and
Yeah,
they don't prove that. I think they done upset a couple of people already. So yeah,
yeah, that is my best play of the day.
We got
So
Trevor Mitchell's came in and said the Chicago Bulls. I'm assuming he's referring to -6 against the Sacramento Queens. Uh, that's a tough game. I can't really pull the trigger on Chicago there, but good luck if you play it, Trevor. John, what are your thoughts on that?
yeah, it's a tough game too. The Bulls laying 6. That's
Yeah,
a
at
tough.
home, it's kind of
It seems too easy. It seems like that's just easy money. But yeah, I can't touch that game tonight. There was just too many options. I couldn't touch the San Antonio OKC game either. I really wanted to make a case for OKC +8. I just couldn't. We wish you luck on that play, Trevor. I think
big time.
you'll have a good shot. You'll be in it till the end. You know, I don't think you're going to get blown out, or you're not going to be blowing them out either. I think it's going to come down
Right.
to the number at the end of the game. You know, whether you can hit your number. It might be 5, it might be 7, it could be 4, it could be 8.
yeah. I know in the
Yeah,
last game. I know in the last game the Kings did not look good against the Nets, man.
I know, I
So
know.
if they go into Chicago playing anything like that, the way that Chicago been balling at the house, man. So I don't know. I think the Bulls will get it done, man.
But isn't it scary that the line's only 6? Shouldn't it be like 8.5 or something? Shouldn't I
Well,
mean?
Sacramento got them trades, man. They got some bonus over there, so people are always looking at these star players, man. You see what I'm saying? But you just look at the record at home for the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? Just like in the last game, they was down. They came all the way back and covered the spread against the Spurs. So this team is just they shoot lights out at the house, man. So what I'm saying, if I had my money on this game, I wouldn't be afraid to lay the points with the Bulls.
Yeah.
I think they'll cover the spread.
Or play it safe. Do a little money line parlay with the Knicks.
I think when you see 5.5 at home and it's 6, but that's real close to 5.5. That's a 5.5 line at home is a lot of times a sucker bet for the favorite.
I
Yeah,
think they will land. I
absolutely.
think they will land that same amount to the Spurs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All
Well,
right, let's move on to college real quick, and then I think Matt, you got a hockey play too at the end.
yeah. If you want, I'll just throw out the hockey real quick, guys. I won't take much time. It's not like I can analyze how these guys skate. It's more of just kind of a probability game. We're going with the over in the Florida Panthers, Carolina Hurricanes. It's 6.5. If you can get an alternate at 7 at plus money, take it. And then the late game, I'm going the over in the Colorado Avalanche, Vegas Golden Knights, 6.5. And then the bonus long shot play, Colorado Avalanche on the road, -1.5, +184. So those three, little Joe comes in, says Vegas wins. They might win. I mean, that's my lesser of the two plays is the Colorado, but I like the over in Vegas and the over in Florida, guys. So we can go straight to college basketball.
All right, all right. Over in those two games, Little Joe says Vegas wins. Of course they do. Little Joe, Vegas always wins. All right, all right. So let's go into college. I'll give 3 plays here. I'll make it quick, simple, and short. Miami. I think I have 3. Maybe I have 2. Miami's playing Louisville. Miami -2. That's what I'll play. Miami's won 2 in a row. They're 18-7 on the year. Louisville's 11-13. Louisville just hasn't played good, whether it be home or on the road. I think Miami's trying to get in a spot in this tournament, and getting another win on the road will help their cause. So I'm laying Miami at 2. And I guess the only other play I had in college tonight is Alabama. I'm gonna lay. It was 5 and no, it is 6, and I bought it down to 5.5. I paid the -120 to drop it down and give me a better shot of winning a 6 or better. So I took Alabama -5.5 with The minus 120 line paid a little juice. And the Miami Hurricanes -2 on the road in Louisville. What do you got in college, Bo? Anything? Oh, Chris likes Miami too. So good deal. Me and Chris are on the same page. I feel good now.
Yeah, already. I like Miami too.
You like Miami?
Yeah, I like Miami too. Minus that points. So yeah.
That was your play, or you got another play, or that was your play? I stole your play.
Hey man, I'm just gonna give out just one play just because it's been cashing all the time. So I'm giving out the Vermont and New Hampshire over the total 133.5. They cashed the over in the last game. I should have took that over instead of laying the points with Vermont. So I'm giving that out. And I got Air Force plus the 10.5 at home tonight over Boise State. Those are my two plays.
Ouch! Bold play right there. Let's hear it for that. That's a bold play. Air Force at home.
Yeah, man, they got that offense, man. I think they'll be able to keep it close. I think the over in play too. I think a lot of these Mountain West teams they just play good at the house. You know, a lot of these teams don't really score a lot of points. A lot of these totals be so low in a lot of these games. Like I say, a lot of times let's just look at my numbers, man. You know what I'm saying? They only have them losing this game by 6. So
Yeah, I got in a Mountain West play. I didn't write it down, and it's more of like a money line. If you're looking to add something in your money line, like what we just talked about, like the Bulls, you might get a -250. Put the Fresno State in there playing UNLV at home. The line on that's around 6. You might get that at -240, 250. Parlay that together, it should come out to even money. Fresno State gets it done. They may cover that spread. Safe bet on the money line with a little money line parlay, like I said, with the Bulls or no, even Utah if you really like them. Um, so that's about it in college. Like I said, I'm going to lay 5.5 with Alabama, 2 with Louisville. I'm going to look a little deeper in that Fresno State game, but I'll make a play on them on the money line with another little money line, even money parlay. And I think that'll wrap it up. Anybody else got anything?
I got two college
if
ones.
anybody got some questions, you know what I'm saying? Some games they
Oh,
look at.
you got college, man? I'm sorry. I thought you
Yeah,
said
I
you weren't.
decided to throw two in while we're on the show. I don't have a lot of explanations, guys. I'm just going to rail them off. I think I told John about a family dog I got to take care of, but I'm going with Massachusetts first half plus 6.5. They're playing St. Bonaventure. Okay, I just think the first half is going to be competitive. I also like the St. John's. This is another first half. Basically, because I've been a little bit ice cold in college, I'm switching to first halves to try to get either a quicker, hopefully a win. But if it doesn't end up, then but I'm like over 70.5 in St. John's Xavier the first half. I just think the Johnnies have been scoring all year, so those are my two: Mass plus 6.5 and Johnnies over 70.5 in the first half. So that's the two I got, guys. What, Bo, you got anything else, or is that it for college?
Yeah, that's it for me. Like I said, if anybody in the chat got any games they want to go over,
Yeah, Chris is reminding us about his Wisconsin play last night, and yeah, I thought that was a good play too. I didn't play it, and very nice, Chris.
yeah, that's nice call.
Yeah, I wanted to play Wisconsin too. I didn't have as big of balls as you did, Chris. So congratulations. Hopefully, maybe you even took it on the money line. And then we got another something down there. Can you read that, Matt? The blue.
I don't know what Mr. Pope Edwards is trying to say. It could be a different language, but I wish him good if it's some sort of play. But I see Chris says Purdue first half over. Purdue's been a team scoring. By the way, going back to that Wisconsin game, they barely won that game, and they literally took over in the last minute or two. I guess they covered or they won money line. I don't
They
know.
were dogs. No, they were dogs. They covered and
They were
kept.
+3, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
well, that's a
no matter
good
how they
call.
won it, they won it.
Yeah.
Yeah, great call. Like I said,
But
hopefully you had some on the money line, but either way, it was a great
But
win.
Purdue has been a solid scoring team, and they're coming off a game in which actually Michigan held them down. So Chris might be right about this first half Purdue. I'll have to take a look at that. Purdue will probably rebound because Michigan embarrassed them.
Yeah, we definitely got to keep an eye on Chris. He's been putting out some winners on here, so we're
Yeah.
definitely gonna keep an eye on
Chris,
Chris.
Chris with them picks.
Yeah, we might have him on if he'd like to come on the show and start spitting out some picks. We might have him on because he's been putting out a lot of good winners.
Good
The
job,
more the
man.
merrier, guys. I mean, we're gonna have March Madness coming up, so any opinions and all opinions are welcome. I mean, look, man, we killed it in the NBA last night, but we love if anyone's got college picks, we're all for it.
Yeah, it's just a short card today. I might have had more plays, and I'm not gonna get greedy. I killed it last night. I'm hoping to.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is a
nice,
little
man.
unbelievable. That's for sure.
And the,
Just
the
hope to.
icing on the cake was the Clippers 13. It was tied in the fourth quarter. I mean, you got to love the double digit feeling when you have a tie game going. I mean, pretty much the only way you can get screwed is like overtime, but how often they win by over 10 in the NBA in overtime? Not very often.
Well, my best play of the day actually yesterday. They did win. I went 1 and 2 on my best plays. My best play of the day and it was Wake Forest with I think it was 11 or 12. I forget. With Duke, and I don't know if you guys saw the end of that game, but he threw up a 70-footer. It just bounced out. But Duke ended up winning. They got that last second bucket. It was tied with 6 seconds to go, and Duke made that last second bucket, winning by 2. But we had Wake in the, I think it was 11, 11 and a half.
So it opened at 11. By the time the game came around, it dropped all the way to 9. But
Yeah, I
obviously,
think it was 9 and a half. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
nine and a
But
half. Yeah, you're right.
we had it at 11. Like I said, even some of the guys in the group were like, "Are you sure about this?" I was like, "Yeah, that's my best play." I wrote that down for a reason. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it right there.
like I said, it was a great day. My other 2 plays, best plays, didn't pan out. Having a hard, Michigan State was one of them that just that got ugly,
Well, they melted down in the last minutes. I mean,
and
that's
the Miami Heat. Bo and I had gave out the Miami.
yeah, yeah, I remember that one too.
They was up.
Yeah, I
They
don't.
was up. They was up by 11 at one time, man. I thought they was.
Yeah,
I don't.
they were smoking them.
That second half, it just they just fell apart in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these games have been working. Yeah, some of these first half plays would be great because some of my second half plays, Virginia the other night fell apart. Michigan State fell apart. Miami fell apart. It's been happening lately.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, all right, everyone. Good luck with your plays. Get some winners in there. Cash some tickets. We'll
All
see you
right, man.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Good luck, everybody.
All right, good luck, guys. Your health is your wealth.
You guys check out Bo. He's on Bo Dunn Wins on YouTube. He's putting out a lot of good plays outside of these plays on here. He puts a lot of props on there. So check him out on his YouTube page, Bo Dunn Wins. And you're going to get more plays than he puts out on this show. So keep
Hey,
an eye out on Bo.
yeah, man. Better win, pick
Well, we
up.
got Chris got one last comment, guys. Any thoughts on the North Carolina game?
Yeah, first half. I looked at that game right before we came on. And if I was going to make a play, I would maybe make a play on the first half. But shit, Chris, you got your stuff. What you like in this game? You tell us if you got a
Well,
minute.
I'll tell you what, the Tar Heels absolutely embarrassed Florida State in the first half. So I'd be all for them doing it again tonight. It's going to be a little bit tougher because Florida State's kind of falling apart on hard times. But I'll take a look at North Carolina, guys. But I appreciate y'all getting me in here. I love the NBA knowledge. I love all the knowledge. And just remember, your health is your wealth. Sharp signing out. You guys have a blessed evening.
Take
All right.
care, Matt. All right.
All right, everybody.
Hey, take care, bro. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.